Hello, hello, hello. I don't know. Can you hear me now? Okay, no sound. Babe, can you come fix my sound? They're saying they can't hear me. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, they're saying they can't hear me. Okay. Oh, you guys can hear me now? Hi, everybody. Okay. Oh, and I actually have people in the chat. Unbelievable. Hi. Thank you guys for coming. So, I haven't been on this channel forever, but I still make money on this channel. It's still monetized. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the channel. I stopped to do the Diddy trial, and then I just start going in different directions. I don't even think any reality shows are on now. I'm not sure. I did watch Basketball Wives and was thoroughly disgusted with, what's her name? Jackie's daughter, who I can't think of her name now. Is there any reality shows on now, you guys, we should be watching? Because in my real life, I don't watch reality TV anymore, which is really weird because that's what I created my channel on. Okay, thank you. That's what I started my channel on, was reality TV. And now I don't even watch it. I really don't. King's Court. Now, I think I watched that once. It was somebody on there. It was Delicious, whose real name is London. Oh, it was K. Michelle. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about today. I just gotta talk. But you talk about King's Court. So they're saying that they're gonna bring on K. Michelle on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you guys remember when Andy Cohen called, was it Monique or Candace into a special meeting and said, how dare you put your hands on somebody? This is not Love and Hip Hop. We're better than Love and Hip Hop. Do y'all remember this? Now they're bringing K. Michelle. They're going to be so sorry. They're going to be so damn sorry. Like, what the hell? K. Michelle? I just don't see how this is going to turn out. And I'm not dragging. So let me tell you what happened. So when I first started doing reality TV, I did a show called Mariah's World. It was about Mariah Carey. Do you guys remember she had a reality TV show? I did a whole bunch of weird shows because I just couldn't get into the Housewives because they were making such a big deal out of it. It's so good. It's so good. I've covered every show I can ever think of. I covered The Little People of Atlanta, which they're supposed to be bringing back. Oh, yeah, you want to come up? Come on. Okay. Hubby's coming on. If I can figure this out, because it's all new. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Oh, I can't do it. I'm just going to put it in the chat. So they're supposed to be bringing back The Little Women of Atlanta. I wonder how it's going to be without my fave, Minnie. I used to call her Ashley. Oh, that show was a mess. It was a hot mess. Hi, Perry.
Hey, what's up?
No, listen. I was talking about old times and doing old shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the first time I got a cast member called me and I was like, what do they want?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. And then
from that show. What was the name of the show?
It was the guy. It was something about, I think the guy be looking over the next door. No, they did some kind of home improvements, wasn't it?
Yeah. He used to be friends with Andy Cohen and they fell out. And then what is his name? The very first celebrity call I got was from somebody from the cast.
Yeah, the guy, he used to go in and he had a partner.
Yeah, big lips. And he's good friends with my fave, Shannon Bedore. I cannot think of his name. Whatever happened to him? It was a whole TV show.
Yeah, no, the show got kicked
No,
off.
not Tim Allen. Not Tim Allen. He was a white guy, and he was very funny, and everybody hated him. Y'all don't remember the show either? And he's got a mouth on him, and I love him so much. I can't think of his name. I must not love him too much. Anyway,
They did some kind of home improvements or some shit. I can't, you know.
Not home improvement. The very first celebrity call I got was from a guy named.
I can't remember.
He's a white guy. He's got really big lips. He was really mean to the housekeeper, and I think her name was Alita. Zoe something. Anyway, I was saying how I used to love. Jeff Lewis. There you go. Where is Jeff Lewis?
I think I've seen him somewhere. Maybe not a show, but either I don't know if he got a podcast or doing interviews or something. I don't know. I seen his ass somewhere.
So I used to do reality TV shows. This was before Perry. I would do, remember that weird show where all those people start calling me? What's the name of that show?
Yeah. That got freaky.
Leah Remini. Whatever happened to Leah?
It was about that coat.
It was about a coat.
Yeah. Scientology or something like that. It was something like that.
No, Scientology was the name of the religion. So when I used to do reality shows, I was by myself. It was very lonely doing things by yourself. And I would just say anything to make myself laugh. Like, I don't know, it was funny to me if I would just make myself laugh. Because I was a whole different person back then. Y'all, I'm going to talk about how YouTube has changed me. I was so friendly. Because remember, I didn't work for 23 years. Because Perry, I was a stay-at-home mother. And I was very green and friendly. And the way I was in my personal life, I was that way in YouTube. So I would just come on by myself. Nobody will really listen. And I would say something. And I said something one day, made myself laugh. I thought it was funny. I think it was about Tamra Judge's son. Can't remember his name. Damn, she has a son, and I called him the Trigger Man. What was his name?
I can't remember.
So I thought it was funny, and people would say I was funny, so I would get worse.
Yeah, you would try that.
I would get worse. I would say anything, right, about anybody, just as a joke. I'm not thinking people are watching. I'm not thinking I'm hurting people's feelings. I'm just talking because I don't know anybody famous before that. Well, I went to school with a lot of famous people because I grew up in California / Detroit. But I'm not thinking they're watching these. But what the hell is a YouTube? You know, some way that my son's making good money and I want to do it too, right? My son was doing games. My son, I told you the story, made a lot of money off of YouTube by playing video games. I thought it was the silliest thing till I found out how much money he made. And then I did it. First, I was review. Oh my God, you know what I found the other day? I found my very first YouTube video. I'm going to put it up. So I was doing wigs, right? Doing wig reviews.
Look, was you doing wigs or were wigs doing you? Now, who do a damn review like that?
It was terrible. I seen it. It popped up in my feed the other day. And I was like, what is that doing here? I thought I took that off the internet. Let me see. Oh, I don't have it.
Yeah.
I showed it to you. Oh, I must have deleted it. Remember I showed you my very first video?
Yeah. And I didn't care what you did, wigs or whatever, because I just know by the time I got off work and came in, it gave you something to do besides talk my ears off. Shit.
It's gone. Too bad I can't show you guys. But it used to be so much fun. And then it just started. So then Perry came on and it got even. No, I really did lose it. Oh my God. I swear, I'm not joking. I did lose it. I was up here talking about a wig review that I did. But But it was fun. It was fun. I used to love it. And then Perry came on, it turned into a big party. And when that person from Jeff's show called me, I don't even think you were doing it then. See, that's my very first celebrity call, right? Somebody called me and was talking about the show. And I'm thinking, what does he want? Why is he asking you this? I didn't understand they want favors. I didn't understand that. He was complaining. Do you remember what the complaint was about?
Yeah, it was about his work conditions. I think he had just got let go. He was angry and he wanted to expose the guy.
And I didn't do it. Then he started calling me like I was his friend. I cannot remember his name. And then I didn't say anything bad about Jeff Lewis, remember?
Oh, right. Maybe you were scared of that.
Girl, she goes, Andy Coons got the 411. I can't remember her name.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, you never reported on it.
I didn't.
You got a little frightened. Maybe you was scared to report on Jeff Lewis. I don't know because you liked him so much.
I did like him. I liked him.
It didn't stop you from being nosy because I remember walking past. What? And what else happened? With your nosy ass, right? Now, you want to know what happened, and the person doing paperwork and everything else about what happened. Yeah.
But I'm talking about how it changed. Then when you came on, it was a straight drunk party with you and John Yates. Okay, y'all was drinking, having a ball. Huh?
90 Day Fiance. Then
90 Day Fiance.
How about the lockup? That was a blast where we just make up names for people. 90 Day was sort of fun when it was new. When you had everybody that would spend their last dollar to find love, and they can't,
that was love after lockup. When they started asking you to bail them out of jail.
90 Day, where people would leave the United States to find love, and they would spend their last dollar and get used and abused, just trying to have somebody. And they would go out and know damn well the person they picked is not with them because they like them. Now, I mean, people got to know their worth at the end of the day.
Let's talk about Atlanta because I wanted to get lead up to Atlanta. So I started doing Atlanta. And I had a rotating panel. I think the very first person I brought on my panel for Atlanta, I can't remember. There's a time I had Rich Andrew on there. We gave him the name Rich Andrew. That's not his real name. And because he was telling us tea about Andy Cohen. Remember? Remember that? I miss that kid. Rich Andrew was on my channel one time. It was fun. It was fun up until a certain point. I would say, in each season, I had more cast members calling me because they started worrying about what I was saying, or they didn't want me to say bad things. And this is where I made my deadly mistake, I think. Trying to please the cast.
Yeah.
Then I said I wasn't going to do it anymore. Well, okay, so I don't even know where to begin. You have to be messy to cover reality TV. Just hear me out. You have to be messy because it gets boring real quick, right? It gets boring. So like I'll go on a show and I'm just thinking about keeping the energy up. I'll be like, did you see what Dr. Heavenly was wearing? Like I'll say something like that, and then they for real get mad, right? Because I went on this show. Somebody asked me to go on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all know who it was. I was friends with him at the time. I could not stand this motherfucker now. Cannot stand him. I went on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I was just gonna give it a little stir, just a little, ding, a little stir. And I said something nice about Martell. I said, if he wants to be a father, let him be a father. That wasn't even the stir up part. Like, what ruined reality TV is when the cast start worrying about what you said and how they look in their reputation. Then when the audience start taking sides, right? And was serious about it. Like, what's that girl's name that they got mad at? Because I said, get over the relationship.
Oh, it was Mel, right?
Mel, he's in the back.
Huh?
Hey, Mel.
What's up, Mel?
Can you hear me?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, we
Good.
chilling.
What
No,
are you doing?
it was Melanie. Oh,
Yeah, so I was asked by one of the producers of the show to start reviewing what's the name of it?
Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Love and Marriage. I didn't even watch that damn show. I didn't even watch it. And was asked to give it a little stir. Just mix it up a little bit, just what you do your little magic. Do your little magic. So I went on that show and I said, I don't even know what I said. I said something. And that's the very first time when I realized.
You said that I don't know what the big deal is. You can have your issues, but if the man is willing to be a father, let him be a father.
I don't remember
Something to that effect, wasn't it? And
it
then
was something I said about Melody.
No, it wasn't. And then all hell broke out. Oh.
No. I remember. A producer asked me to recap the show. And they said, this show has a lot of lawsuits. Why don't you look into this so you know what's going on in the show? I took one of the lawsuits and I read it on air. It's a lawsuit. Had nothing to do with me. I read it on air. And the audience got mad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did I lie? Stop me when I lied, right? So before then I was used to just doing little stirs. I call it little stir. Like you cannot do a reality TV show and love everybody, right, Mel? I got to stir it up.
That's true. No, I agree with you. I was gonna say I'm glad I caught you today because when you were talking about the past, I have to say this. I've been calling to TV. I'll say TV shows to YouTube shows for years, and you know what? I still have not all these years. I still have not laughed as hard as I laughed the first times I called into your show, because you're right. We did have a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. I mean, I've enjoyed different channels, but I didn't laugh as hard when I was there that first time, because it was just crazy. We just especially Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is a hot mess. Remember
when Diana almost sued me and I had to plead with her and
listen, you know what? It was. I remember that very well because I remember I talked to Mr. Perry that one time. I said, listen, can I help? And he was, nice gentleman, everything. But yeah, I remember very much so that. But it was fun. It was fun talking to about Beverly Hills.
But I didn't think about how they felt. I think I called her a slut, something like that. But I'm just talking.
Right. But
when
you first started talking about it, you just think that you just watch the show at home and you just talking to somebody at the job about it. You don't think that these people even give a damn what you say, for one.
I'm telling you.
They would never see it. So I would just make up names and don't know them.
No.
But the thing is too,
don't know. Say some stupid shit just for the hell of it.
Yeah, but that's why I thought that's what was fun. So the thing is, because the thing is, on YouTube at that time, on smaller channels and bigger channels, that's all people did. They went up there and made up, not made up stuff, but they imagined. They said, oh, wow, it could be. And that's how it was. Now it's changed. It's totally changed all these years later, that you can't really be that way. But it's kind of crazy, which that's why I came to call in, because I thank God that you're still dragging Trump right now on your other channel. As I be watching, I watched that on replay with Perry, absolutely.
No, that's going to stop too. We got
what?
checked.
Oh, come on now. Why? What? Because of the MAGA people?
No, I think he doesn't want channels talking bad about him. And so that's why I'm not supposed to say his name, but this.
Oh, okay.
This is my backup channel. We're not supposed to say his name. We can't say anything and we just had to sign a thing. And I'm like, how's this going to work? That we're supposed to be neutral. So you'll get in trouble if you talk about him bad. That's why people use code names, 47. Someone called him Orange Man and Frumpy. But if he gets wind that you are saying bad things about him, you'll stop getting paid for your videos.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really bad. So we said we're going to go back. But now we had to sign a form saying that we will be neutral in our reporting.
And that's crazy, because he's definitely not neutral. That's the crazy part.
Exactly.
So
and be neutral, that's not being real.
Right. Well, you know what, and that's the. But again, we don't want to talk about 47 or that crazy person. But you know what, talk about them. But I was going to say the thing is that living in this country, you would think that now, you know, people could go online and just have a good time because God knows what we have in the White House is unhinged. So you would think that we would be able to come and talk like we want to, but you know, it's a different time. But yeah, when I first got to your channel, it was very fun. And just calling in all the time, the people calling in from London and other places, and you know, I used to like and we would have disagreements, you know, with them at the date. It was just fun. It was just fun.
Were you there when Perry and John were getting drunk every episode? And
you know,
oops.
Oh,
I wasn't there at that part. I came in. Oh my gosh, I came in when you was covering Potomac, and you know, I was there for the Will Smith slap and Chris Rock slap, Monique, her issues. It was very fun. It was just fun, very fun time. Yeah, it was always fun. And all these years later, I always remember in my mind, it just was a fun time for me to call in.
It was great, but the cast members took it personally. How can I do a show and like everybody? This is when I started not liking it. Before, like, it was crazy because Perry one time called, Perry and Gabor called Tom's nursing home. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. It was, yes.
You guys called the nursing home. You guys start egging on, what was his name? He called you Skeletor.
Oh no, Chris Bassett. That's what Emmanuel just said. Remember when I was fighting with Chris Bassett?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Perry
said willing to fight Perry because I said he didn't have a job.
It was fun. It was fun.
What Hill said, like she's making a video with an apron on.
But you know what's so funny too? Back a couple of years ago, when people was really themselves talking about the shows, I think it promoted the shows better because the ratings was.
So I did not cover Atlanta this season. So I was doing Diddy, right? And one day I came back and said, "Oh, let me see what they're saying." And I turned into this show, one of these people's shows, happens to be a producer. It was boring as hell. Mm-hmm. It was boring as hell, especially because he likes to kiss everybody's ass. So you're not going to see him doing anything. He had this other guy on there that was, I don't even know why he was there. He had Claudia there. Claudia is famous. So, okay, I get Claudia. It just sucked. It just sucks. You have Claudia going around being the person that says what's on her mind. But what happens with that, Claudia, is they're not going to forget what you say. They're not going to forget what you said. You're making more enemies. It's just gone to hell. And I think that the year that Carlos came on my show with his lion ass, what? When people start getting their own channels and then protecting themselves or trying to explain what happened, because then why do we need to watch the show? You're going to tell me anyway. You're going to tell me your point of view. When they start telling their point of view, instead of letting the audience decide, this is what we like or this is what we don't like. And then that's when the teams came along. I'm team this. Don't you ever say anything bad. Because I said something one of my last times when I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I think it was I said something about Dr. Contessa. Do you remember what I said, Perry? And she flew into a rage.
I can't remember. I mean, it's really, I think we said.
Oh, I know what I said.
Said so much. I remember.
They're probably separated. I said because they don't act like a married couple.
Yeah, and I remember that. But we said so much. I don't think that was the initial thing. She probably got tired of you saying smart shit, right? Because she came back for the show because she needed money, and then they act like they was a couple. And then every time we see them on film, they was never in the room together. And when they show them outside with the kids, he always had to walk around the house like it was some kind of restraining order.
Perry, don't start. Perry, you're getting ready to start.
But let me say this too. But what you said about the producer, I watch his channel sometimes too, off and on for years. And I noticed it was something on the Basketball Wives where the mother and the daughter had gotten into a physical fight this year. Right. Mm-hmm. And so now the way he handled that, I didn't like it because he had the mother on a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. And he over there, say it again.
Was it Jackie? He had Jackie on?
He had Miss Jackie on there, and they would just have, it was, they talk. He did his thing about how she's the best, and all. He do that with everybody.
He love them
And
all.
then, right, and then you get the daughter on, and I'm thinking, if I'm Miss Jackie, I'm like, oh no, that was a total backstab to have. It just like he was playing both sides. It just seemed.
No, he's gonna do that. Oh, hey, you're so okay, we're not gonna do it again.
Okay.
I did catch the episode where Chantel was egging Jackie on. This is how I looked at it this season. And I couldn't talk about it because y'all know I don't want to make this one mad and that one mad, but because I know the daughters. If you don't like your mother, right? That happens sometimes. We all don't get the best mothers, right? But I don't get trying to embarrass her on national television. First of all, you wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Jackie. This is just my opinion. And I know what you went through growing up. I did speak to your sister years ago. Jackie wasn't the best mother. And you tell me what you think about this, Perry. Because am I thinking this way? You too, Mel, because I'm getting old. You only get one.
Right. I mean,
and even though she's not perfect, you have to accept her where she is because every generation is supposed to be better than the next, right? And if you don't work that out to have a relationship with her, let's just say you think she's too toxic and you want to be done, then be done. But this going around trying to get different people against her, and I'm not even a Jackie fan like that. Jackie got mad a couple years ago because she did a show with her daughter. I can't remember her name.
Takari? Or what was it? Is it
Takari or Jakari? I'm lost track.
Yeah. I know.
She's dark.
Yeah.
And they did a show one season. She was on the show one year. Do you remember this? She's on the show one year, and she told her story. I can't remember if she said it to me or if it was on the show about her mother was really color struck. Do you remember this?
Oh, you're talking about oh my gosh, what is it? The colorism sort of thing? Is it?
Yeah, Jackie was a real bad colorist. And plus, she would do anything to keep that relationship together with Doug. So when he would go out on the road, she would go with him and leave the kids with the grandmother. Do you remember that? She would leave the kids with the grandmother. Anyway, I don't think Jackie's the best mother, but I don't agree with you going on national television, dragging her, and you put your hands on her first. You did her shoulder like this. It was just sad to watch for me. What did y'all think?
Well, I blame Shawnee. And Shawnee I've never liked Shawnee since day one. She's just been so messy. I don't like her. Now, the thing is for me, Jackie's life is very dark. Oh, well, excuse me. Jackie's life is very complicated. Both daughters are talking about things that you really even can't talk on YouTube about. They both saying that they have been wounded in some way, emotionally by other people. I like it when I listen to them. It's just very dark. I'm like, oh Lord, these girls when they were young, they went through things. Okay,
but Mel, do you agree? Nobody's life is perfect in childhood.
So I'm get to this point. So I agree with that. But then my question is, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think that either one of the daughters with that kind of trauma should have been on this show. I just don't think they should have been there at all, because if it's that messy and toxic, that needs to be handled off camera. Obviously, it's so traumatic that now they physically fight each other, which was very sad to see. But yeah, I don't think that they should have been there, and I just blame Shawnee because that's very messy. They always use Jackie as a person. They never really respect Jackie's boundaries. Now, I don't think she's perfect, and I blame her for what I listened to some of the daughters' interviews over the years too, and I think that the daughters can't create a toxic environment. It's going to be the parent. The parent is create the kids. They have if the two girls didn't feel love when they were children, that's not their fault. They were little girls and they didn't feel love, but that's not the best for wives. I don't think.
How do you feel about this? People get in my ass every time I say this. That's why I don't care what happens over here. Like, I believe if you had a bad childhood, that's you It's very hard. It's very hard to have a bad childhood. Very, very hard. But people do the best they can do. And if that's my mother, I have to meet her where she is. Now, either I'm going to make a decision. Either I'm going to say, you're too toxic for me. I'm going to leave you alone. I'm still not going to talk about you behind your back and act like I'm your number one enemy. I'm just going to, I can't handle that toxicity. But I don't want, so you have to either say, I accept my mother where she is and don't expect her to do anything different. That's how she is. You have to accept them if you want to be in their life. I can't keep reliving childhood.
Yeah. You know what, there was a woman in my life who's gone, and I loved her very much so, but she's from the southern states, shall we say, and she came up here when she was a girl by herself on a bus, and she was one of the toughest women I've ever known, but her childhood was horrific. And she never wanted to speak about it. And until the day she died, and I get emotional thinking about it, she cried a lot about the way that people didn't protect her, but she never went back and talked to them either. She knew that going back to them was just going to open up a whole can of wounds. So she tried when she was a girl to say, people, I'm hurting. You've hurt me. You've done this. What they just abuse her more. And it's like, oh, damn. So these people were just.
That, Mel. Not everybody's going to have the idea picture perfect mother. But let's say you get a mother that's very toxic. Either I'm going to accept her how she is and don't expect her. You can't expect a broken person to act like she's not broken. She's broken. So right. Let's say Jackie was my mother. I know she's going to be colorist. That's what she does. I'm not falling into that trap, but that's what she does. I can't expect Jackie to be the mother I want her to be because I know she's not. I have to accept you where you are. So either she's going to be in my life and I'm going to accept who she is and I'm not going to complain when she's being herself, right? Or I'm going to say this is too toxic, but I'm not going to have the perks of being Jackie Christie's daughter, get on a TV show, get paid for being on a TV show, and then harbor anger and then try to smear your reputation. You can't have both.
Yeah, she being on that show was crossing the line. But I want to go back a little bit, not about Jackie. I was going to say, I was thinking about this when you were just talking. For me, the biggest moment I think you would have mastered at when it came to the Bravo stuff, you would have mastered Salt Lake. That was for me, that was one of your best series because when you investigated, it was very funny when you had that man up there from Salt Lake, Mary's relative or somebody.
Oh, I know. You not investigate, but you had an interview with a relative or a friend or somebody who was with Mary Cosby. That series. Well, I'm going to tell you as a viewer, nobody on Bravo nobody on YouTube did that. I don't think even to now, like they didn't really get into that story. I think that was one of your best episodes when you covered Salt Lake.
I don't know who you're talking about, but
wasn't it like he was like a brother or cousin?
I befriended all of Mary Cosby's relatives. I love them.
It was Uncle Ernie.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Ernie, haven't talked to him in so long. I started calling him Uncle Ernie.
He had followed me on something about maybe a month ago, but I can't remember. But
Uncle Ernie.
To me, but now what you saying, Mel, that did get my attention a little bit because the show sucked, but the shit that was going on in real life didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, with Salt Lake City. So I'm in Salt Lake City. I can't remember what I'm doing up there. My son must have had a turn. I'm at Salt Lake City. And I walk into this restaurant and I see someone says, Sherelle, you were with me, Perry.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
That was he was the basketball coach. It was what's his name?
No, not Dan.
Huh?
Not Dan. There was another guy, a black man with a white wife.
It was damn.
Was it Coach Shaw?
No, it was the one that he was the cousin, because all of them started intermingle a little bit. He was the one that was like into the music, like had a record shop or something. He had like a record shop. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. That's bad.
Listen, I enjoyed you did it was a good one. Because I was here for like a year or so. Then you say, oh, everybody come on over. We got an interview with this person from Mary Cosby. I said, oh my, it was riveting. It was really good. I enjoyed that one because
I've never seen Mary Cosby. Do you think she hates me?
You know what? I think, last year she had a really good season. She kind of turned it around because I think so. What happened was I remember she was on that season. when you interviewed that person, and she was saying not good things about other kind of groups and people. She was she was in love by the public. She went away for a little bit, came back last year, and her son had some, on TV admitted to having drug problems and just a lot of
You mean
mental
the
issues.
Robert Jr.?
That's right. It was all public, so we were not. He admitted all that, and she cried, and she just kind of regrouped the audience, and so I think she probably put it all behind her. But I think that what is it? I don't know. Mention at the blog. It was a little white guy who still was on YouTube. I don't think they love him, but they drag him a lot. It's another guy who was interviewing those people that
I love Mary Cosby's family, and then I start feeling guilty. Like, if I love these people like this, how do I know I won't like Mary? Because I start calling them uncles and aunties and cousins.
Right.
I start liking those people.
Well, she's a woman of God. She's supposed to forgive everybody. So I'm sure she would roll up on you and be like, hey, it's years later. How you doing? Let's interview. Let's have fun.
So we were supposed So I interviewed her family, and then she left the show for a year, and then she was going to come back. And her family started calling me again, and we were supposed to announce this really big problem that she had in her life. But then I started talking to the uncle, and then we were like, by the end, nah, let's just let Mary be Mary. And so I think I would really like Mary Cosby now, if because she seems funny, and she's got a great family. Even though they are dysfunctional, they are great. I love them. I almost joined no, I'm just kidding. The church.
Yeah, she might have a bad taste in clothes, but she might be nice.
It was better, but you know what? It's really weird too, because when I started doing Mary Cosby, all those people from the church start calling me. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. And then when I covered the Scientology one, all those Scientologists started calling me, and I had to start blocking them because I was scared of David Miscavige.
Yeah, no, that one got real for me. Like,
It really did.
And most stuff don't scare me a lot, but I was like, honey, I don't know about this one. And they call it. And then I can walk past and hear her talking to the people. That shit was getting deep.
It was.
If they scared to talk to you, honey, I'm thinking, why the hell are you talking to them?
Well,
because
do you know anything about Scientology, Mel?
Yeah, I do. And I'm trying to think, do they have a base in Nevada too? They probably have places out there, no?
In California, San Jacinto.
Okay.
Remember that, Perry? It's in California. But if they said that if you did something wrong or you got in the inner circle, they would take you out to San Jacinto and put you in like a jail where you couldn't leave for a while. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah.
Scaring the living daylights out of me. And then they were like talking about rescuing somebody. I'm like, I'm just reviewing the show. I don't want to become the show. Oh, why would I go out there? There's nothing out there. Do you remember there, Perry? It's like by eminent. It's by eminent.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm not going out there. And basically, I'm not going out there, but I'm not going to sit there and talk about these people. Because, like, half the time people say I could talk about it. They won't do nothing. No, the stories, and I don't heard these people talk to you, they was fearful. And I'm thinking, damn, it's almost like, Dana, can you hear me?
No.
I'm thinking, what the shit going on?
No,
like,
it's very dangerous. Like, I really got scared. I was like,
yeah.
I'm not going to take you to the promised land. I'm just reviewing a TV show. One time I did the TV show about they're big girls. They were big. And no, remember? And John called her a fat bitch. You know what I'm talking about?
That's why I couldn't cover those shows neither, because I wouldn't mean it like that.
Here, she had like fat right here, so it looked like this. She lost weight now. I can't remember her name. She was really mean, and she called me and cussed my ass out. Do you remember that?
Shit, I don't know. You don't got cursed out a lot. But
I thought it was funny that she had fat right here, right
I would
on
watch
your
the
face.
shows, but it was a couple shows. I'm not sure how many thin shows was it, because I'm being politically correct.
Yeah, I think it's
Thin shows was out
I
there.
don't call it fat show.
One right now that I would see you watching, I would walk past and catch up. Oh, yeah.
I said, I wouldn't do that. I know who you're talking about. That's why I didn't cover the show. because that's another thing. I can't even review a show these days the way we used to, Mel, where, you know, I question, why do you have fat up here without you calling me?
Yeah.
I remember.
She had fat right here, but she lost a lot of weight. So I just seen her on the neighborhood talk, maybe like last week.
Yeah, but yeah, within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, like, and she's littler.
And
Yeah.
I can't talk about it because you can't come on like back in the day. You just like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but it's a freaky situation going on. But you can't talk about it now.
Well, y'all used to have.
You, Perry.
Well, y'all used to have the sound effects. You had, I mean, it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. And then you said we smoking weed every day, and just, it was a lot. And so that it was funny. It was just, you know what, people should have realized it was satire. You know, nobody was trying to do anything. Like, for me, it was just very funny. It was a very funny time. And God knows we need funny now. And I also think that because people are not as passionate as y'all were, you know, and the audience was at that time, that perfect time, maybe it was a pandemic, who knows? But the ratings have gone down a lot on these reality shows because people are not as like, even with Potomac, you know, y'all know I love Potomac. I love Candace. That's just my show. But for the past couple of years, I didn't call in as much to different shows about it. I didn't watch it as much. It wasn't, I'm not feeling Bravo in general as much. I had, you know, even this last season of Atlanta wasn't my
what I'm going to say is that the YouTube channels keeps the show going.
It is.
Come on and talk about it, and, you know, and drag. That's just, I'm talking about it like I would in my kitchen.
But at one point, it almost felt like, for me as a viewer, sometimes I wouldn't even want to watch the show. But then I heard y'all review it. This was years ago. I heard y'all review it. And I said, okay, I'm going to watch it. And it was almost like you knew who was going to be on the panel. You knew somebody's going to be there. The regulars were there all the time. So then we would come to like a little group online, and then we just would talk and cut it up a little quick. And it was fun. And it kept us, and guess what? It kept us watching it and watching. Now that we're not doing that as much, I'm like, because I'm not invested. It's like, oh, forget it. I don't want to be frustrated by myself.
Basically what it was, Neil, it was free advertisement for these reality shows.
Yeah, it was.
Because people going to come, they're going to defend, and actually it will give them a good reading on what they can do better on.
That's right.
And we used to sit there and have fun with it, do it. But like today, this cancel culture and everything, and people, I can't say what I want to say because then, and I don't mean nothing by it. I'm just being myself, the same shit I would say in my house.
Or you can't like anybody. Remember, I liked Dr. Heavenly, and they were like, how could you? She's so this and that. And I'm like, it's a TV show. She doesn't act like that in real life, but you can't tell anybody that because these people start taking sides and they go crazy. It's so insane.
But then, but again, too, the work when the panelists was there and y'all were doing it. Sometimes that what we were doing was really good too, because we were calling out, in my opinion, we were calling out racist people too. You know, we can't forget that. There were times where people would call in and y'all would hold the space. And people be angry. They'd be like, oh, we watched the show last night. We saw troll farms and Garcelle's being treated this way. And we would go off. And I remember that time when that lady, you know, sent the paper, but they don't report that lady was going after Philly Diva, some young blog, you know, a blogger whose name was Philly something. You know, I think it was Philly, somebody from Philly, I should say.
Yeah,
I remember.
And she was going to get sued by somebody. Who was it?
Oh, Lord, I don't know. But I know that the lady from, she had talked about a blogger, said a black blogger, and the way she described her, we all went crazy. We just went up there and we were defending. And then Garcelle was always being attacked by the other ladies on the show. So we talked about that too. So it wasn't us just up here trying to expose.
Is she gone now, Garcelle?
What's it again?
Is she gone now?
She gone.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah.
But again, but you see, that what's so funny too, is that Camille Grammer, who I used to like, the beginning of the season last year, she asked the audience before they even premiered, she asked the audience, she said, is the show being too woke? Because Garcelle was there and Bozeman, this new African woman, was there. So we had two sisters up there. So now with the country we live in, the audience was sort of riding that the whole season. So by the time Garcelle got to the reunion, she wasn't being treated a certain way. The girls, what's her name, Kyle and Dorit, acted like they hated each other last year, which was all a stunt. Because as soon as Garcelle left, oh, we friends again. So I'm like, I'm not watching this season because it was all this sort of crazy stuff.
When Lisa Rinna came on, it started feeling like they got together and it was scripted.
Yes.
Definitely that.
Well,
Yeah,
let me ask you this. I mean, do you believe, storylines be all over the place. I do believe Kyle is getting divorced. Do you think Dorit is getting divorced? And if you think both of them getting divorced, do you think both of them gonna move in together?
Oh, they got music. The classic music. You say? Do I think that Kyle and Mr. are we going to become scissor sisters? Did you say?
Yeah. I mean, shit, they got time on their hand.
I don't. You know what? Listen, could be possible. It's possible. I do think that. I do think that. What's her name? Kyle's husband, Mauricio, did get tired of her. I believe that's very true.
Yeah.
I do. Because she's like I mean, again, alleged, she's just annoying. That's not even alleged. She's an annoying lady, annoying. I actually think Kim was always the same one. Obviously, that other three women, Kim and Kathy, are my favorites, and Cal is just annoying. And Dorit, I don't know. She's listen, your buddy, Mr. Freddie, he knows about them very well. He knows.
Very well. I miss Freddie. I miss the old days, and it won't be like that. We can't have that anymore because of the cancel culture. You can't say anything or cancel her, and then the cast worrying about how they look. And so it's just fake. And I got to a point where I was like, I just can't watch not one more day.
Yeah. But I will tell you this, and I'm going to drop down. I feel like now, thank God y'all doing the political stuff, because I'm not a YouTuber, but what I'm seeing is the passion when people are screaming and yelling when they get to the panels on Twitch and stuff is for politics. Now, I caught myself, Parent Sherelle, a couple of weeks ago on a Twitter space, and I went absolutely berserk. I went ham. I went insane, cussing and fussing with these conservative people on a Twitter space. I went crazy because they were justifying. You see, they were justifying but I followed these people, and they said, "Well, we know what he's going to do." And when he didn't do it, I said, "Okay, well, what do you feel now?" And they would justify. So I went insane. I went totally insane. I called them names. I mean, I was actually. Now the thing is, yeah.
Said that on Twitter. He's trying to police YouTube. You're not going to have any space to just say what you think about it.
Right.
It's about him. You can't talk about him, or you won't get paid, or eventually your channel will get shut down.
Yeah,
it's not fair. Like that's before. When I first started YouTube, it was just regular people. Then you start getting these celebrities with their own channels, and these producers trying to make you think a certain way, talk a certain way, and it just became policed. And that's when it's not so fun anymore, like we used to have fun because we would just speak our mind. And now you have to watch what you say.
You're right. And I'll say this too. I love live streaming channels still, like your channels. And again, I just have good memories of just laughing so much with y'all. So I'm glad I could tell you that. But even at the beginning of my time, I used to love upload channels. These Black creators, they would talk about soul food. They would talk about, maybe enslaved people. So, and again, y'all been on YouTube for a long time. If you ever come across channels where the person sits in a chair and they go, "Okay, I'm going to tell you a story about, Harriet Tubman or whatever it is." And I'll just sit there for an hour and I'll watch about soul food, or I watch about movies or whatever. And they just do a thing, and they sometimes get 100,000 views. I say, to be honest with you, that's a dream. I love to tell a story and do a podcast, or, maybe I might do that, whatever, with politics, or them investigate Clinton or Roy Cohn and connect it to this current, because there's some connections with Roy Cohn, the man, the whole thing with this current president, just conspiracies. But that seems to do well, uploads.
Now they're kind of pushing out the live streams because they call it a niche. They want you to talk about the same subject over and over again, so they can tell the advertisers, this is what this channel's about, and it's easier that way for marketing. But for us, we want to get on here and start out talking about one thing and end up in a whole nother country.
Right. That's we're good at that.
Nobody does that anymore. We used to be on for hours taking phone calls. It doesn't really allow that now. And they don't want you to go that long. And it's just, if you look at the people that still have that format, they get the same amount of views because it's for a certain amount of people. They're not going to push your channel.
That's right. And you know what you're talking about too? It reminds me of when Wendy Williams used to have a radio show, because I used to listen to her show and she'd take calls. Of course, Howard Stern. That y'all would like that. It was like that energy where you call in and talk about something. It would not be politically correct, but y'all would not blue and like crazy like Howard Stern and all that. But it would just go into places where people talk about their lives, their husbands, it would just be whatever. And so that was definitely fun.
When Howard Stern, this is a guy with Beetlejuice with them teeth.
Mhm.
It was fun.
That show was a classic, and I seen today. I think were they canceling? Well, his show is closing out. His contract. Howard Stern. I think I seen it today.
Yeah, I think.
But Joshua, basically, we ain't talking about nothing, but this how things were back in the day when we first started on YouTube, and then just why we don't do the same things and all that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't get on and truly drag. Now, it sounds crazy. Dragging is like a sport. Like my whole family, we drag, the whole family. Perry too. We're just silly like that. But nobody's listening, no one's getting their feelings hurt. But if you try to just, if I just talk about your dress and be like, girl, where you get that? Or something like that, they would call and complain or cancel Sherelle. She doesn't know how to stand up for women. I know how to stand up for women. That doesn't mean I have to like that tight ass dress you got on. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't say anything bad about anything, about anybody, even if you're joking. So if you live in a society where we can't joke anymore. So that's why we say, well, F this, let's go do politics. Let's speak our mind. But Perry's been getting backlash for speaking his mind. And now we had to sign some damn waiver talking about we're going to give fair and balanced reporting on 47.
Well, that's what they did with Washington Post too. It was this reporter who I love. Yeah, there's a reporter on.
He don't even know I got a damn channel. Why I got to sign paperwork? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
that's almost like what they do in Korea, and Russia, where as soon as they can smell somebody out there being free, next thing you know, somebody.
You watched our show. We were talking how we felt.
Yeah.
We weren't lying on anybody, starting a rumor. We will read an article and say that's BS.
They want to silence that though. Well, from the office, they want to silence it.
Well, I've seen some people go to Substack. I don't even know what Substack is, but I see a lot of people who were canceled off the TV do YouTube shows. And I guess on YouTube, some of y'all, y'all been up here a long time. I see other crates to go to my Patreon or subscribe to my this, whatever. But some of the reporters like Don Lemon and other people go, no, if you want to hear me really talk about conspiracy, go to my Substack, because I guess there they can upload and people pay for it without them being able to copy it or something. So
it used to be, and I don't know if you notice now, like a lot of the old creators, they're leaving YouTube and they're going to TikTok. So you can make as much money. I don't have to stay on there that long. Versus, I don't know, everything's just changing. The world is changing. I was watching. Have you guys seen this? There's a political video going around where this white man is talking about how they're trying to make America all white again. And he was saying how they're doing it and stuff like that. It's just, I'm never going to say racism didn't exist. It's always existed, but it's very blatant now. Like, have you heard about that white town they're trying to create?
White only.
And that isn't that crazy? Because so at the beginning of the year, we had this person get into office, and then the first thing they do is go kill DEI over. No black. Now guess what? They talk about our black colleges. No black this. No. Now how in the world can you these people be like, oh, I don't want a black African American group to have colleges or towns or anything. But we're gonna have what?
Look, Mel, if they had their own city, I encourage it. Please go create your own city. Bye. Then we don't have to deal with you.
To be frank with you, they already exist.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's keep it real. Like, it's pockets. Remember, we was talking about Atlanta last week. Now, Forsyth County, it could have changed. I don't know. I ain't been in Atlanta in a long time. But you wouldn't stop there if it was night. It probably ain't even safe to drive through back in the day when it was night. It would be daytime only with a full tank of gas.
It's really boring. Like Freddie's English And I like talking to him to see how other people live on the other side of the pond. You just want everybody to think alike? That's crazy. Like, I want to see, well, what are these Black people talking about? And how do they live? And what's in their culture? Like, I look like knowing about other people's cultures. But an all-white society will be boring as hell. It really would.
But I think also what's crazy too is that MAGA, you see, we are different than MAGA, because the difference is we do hold our elected officials accountable. You know, he went out there and told people, don't you talk about this no more. And they said, yes, sir. And they went down and it got quiet. Now, for me, I could never have a Democrat come to my face and say, I want you to vote for me and tell me so I can stay in office for 30 years. Absolutely not. I'm not crazy. So for me to listen to them and just quiet down and let him talk to them the way he wants, you don't question authority, you don't question corruption. Like, it's beyond me. I didn't vote for Bush and these other people, but I was okay with the back and forth. This person is a total different entity. He is not either one of those things.
So everything's changed. Reality TV, like our whole lives have been changed. Will we ever go back to the way it was, or is that forever gone?
Just like, look, I'm gonna say this. I think sometime when the things are past, you never go back. Like typically, the prices that's done went up, it's never gonna go down. Right? You know, I think the times we had, things have totally changed. I haven't seen bell bottoms resurface.
I know what you mean. It's a moment in time, and this is a moment in time, and hopefully it's over soon. But you know, they're saying financially, you know, we're about to be.
You know what? I remember. I don't remember this book, but I remember it was a hard book I read when I was in school called Metamorphosis. It was about this person transforming into a bug. It was like this metaphor about life and transforming. And I do believe that it's I wouldn't say it's scary. I'm frustrated with MAGA and people like that. I'm frustrated with them. I'm not scared of them because I'm angry with these people. They're angry, so I'm too angry to be scared. But I do believe that ultimately good people will come out. And you know, Governor Hochul in my city, she came out and they were talking about the gerrymandering in Texas. You know how they're trying to mess up the redistricting and all that to get them the election. So she said, you know what, we don't do that. Democrats, we don't do that. But guess what? After this person got elected, we are now living in a time that we have never lived in before, and it's not going back. We cannot play civilized politics. We actually have to meet them with. She said it. She like, well, so your point, Terrell. Our governor just admitted this week that we cannot be like, oh well, let them redistrict and we all hope that the voters will save us. No, we can't do that anymore. We have to now play in the blue states to play around with the remapping. So we have some, we can't be civilized right now. I mean, we don't have the luxury to be civilized right now.
Everything's gone to hell, hasn't it? Those were the good old days. Like Perry said, they probably will never come back. We were glad to have them, and now we have to. YouTube has changed. The algorithm has changed. They don't like they push certain amount of videos. This they want you to have a whole channel. They want me to, like, let's just say they wouldn't mind if I had a whole channel talking about Karen Huger. How is that possible? That's what promotes. So if this is my channel, that's how I make money. And let's say this person stops doing anything, that promotes, well, let me create something until something else comes along.
That's right. That's hard.
That's how I get paid, and I got to feed my family. So it makes you not corrupt, but, you know, push the limits of your stories, because if I don't talk about Karen Huger, I'm not going to get paid.
I noticed that. So I'm not, again, I love you said that because I don't know YouTube, but when the trial was happening, Diddy trial was happening, I noticed that people who, so I didn't even know much about, so there was this woman there, I probably know about this, Diddy trial was happening, and there was another woman getting in the trial called Karen Reed. I didn't know who she was.
Oh, you don't know about Karen Reed?
I didn't know who she was, but I went onto a lawyer's channel and she had like 67,000 people in the chat live. I said, who the hell?
Emily Baker?
I believe it was Miss Emily Baker, and it was other lawyers too. And I was like, who is this Karen Reed woman? Okay, so now she done that. Now they got some other man doing. So it seems like you said, if you're a lawyer who loved to be in the court, who basically sit at your computer for 8 hours watching the law, right, I guess they call it the true crime sector. then you stuck in that. You can't then jump out and talk about.
No, that I had to create this channel because I would hop all over the place. I might come on and tell you about Housewives one day, and then the next day talking about Kanye West. And no, so that doesn't work. You've got to. They call it niche. You got to find a subject and stick to that subject.
Wow.
I don't know why they. I don't know. It's
so when you get bored of the subject, you got to start all back over again.
all over. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you before I go too. Are y'all covering the case? I wanted to ask you this a long time ago, but it was a tragic case. I'll change the subject a little bit. But in your town, there was YouTubers who unfortunately, passed away. They wasn't
right.
And I was wondering, did you know them, or would you be covering that case or updates in the trial?
No.
Okay.
No, let me tell you why. It's too personal.
Okay.
So, if I have to watch what I say about a TV show, I damn sure have to watch what I say about a lawsuit. And I learned that in the Diddy trial. You got to be very careful what you say. If you don't think like the masses, they get mad at you. They want to cancel you. So, because when we were doing the Diddy trial, we ended up at the end just saying what they wanted to hear because there was no other way. You know what I mean? That promotes, and some people can do that. Some people, I've seen bloggers like, this is how I feel about this, but I can't come on and talk about it. So now they're pushing channels that are very neutral. And that's how we've changed. We're not like we used to be. We used to be crazy and fun, and you got to be very neutral or somebody's going to get mad.
Yeah.
But the trial, I should have picked that trial because this was a white woman that they were railroading.
Yeah.
They're lying on her.
It was a good case.
It was a great case. I should have picked that case. I should have did that case. It's too little, too late. And it was a great trial, and she won. And that's the best thing, is that she won. I heard she's broke now. Oh my God, so much to covering a trial. So I'm learning from other bloggers. You don't take a side, because there was the guy that really stood for her. His name was something. He started it, getting the people to support her. He's still being sued now. I can't think of his name. People don't want to talk to him because he's involved in a lawsuit. It's just crazy.
Wow.
I hope I just feel very stressed. I just hope everything eases up a little bit. Everything's so tense. Is it because 47? I don't know. Just times have changed. And
I think I blame him for everything. I really do.
I don't know if it was, nothing's meant to last forever. So maybe it just changed, but I don't know. And it affects you too, because I really, really in the bottom of my heart would be covering the Epstein case.
Whoa. Yeah.
I know. I can't do it. And they're putting Candace Owen through sheer hell. But I like Candace Owen, but I think she's brave, and you're not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. Right. They're going to punish her for it. Watch.
Because 47 wanted her to be quiet about it. He wanted her to
tone it down. 47 asked her to stop reporting on it.
You know what's so funny? Now I was going to say, the Epstein case. When you said that, it hit me because I was watching. I was watching another. I guess you could say I don't think I have any. You might not even know this lady named Heather McDonald. She's like this white lady who does. Okay, good. So I was watching one of her old videos with Kara Razaville, and I remember watching it, and I got shocked because there was a question in that episode a couple of years ago where she said, "Okay, Kara, I know this is not really appropriate, but I want to ask you about Jeffrey Epstein. It was shown that you knew Miss Ghislaine Maxwell, and then Carol kind of explained that Ghislaine was doing what she always did. She went up to Carol. She knew that Carol lost her husband, and then of all things, she introduced, I believe, to Prince Andrew, which is kind of it's very chilling that's kind of, so that man it's just so crazy how he and Ghislaine Maxwell. It's deep. It's very deep, connected to so many people.
Much to talk about, but
Yeah.
who wants to put their channel in danger? You might wake up one day and not have a channel at all. So it's a form, if you ask me, of censorship.
Yeah.
We do not want you talking about the Epstein trial. You'll start not getting paid for it, and your channel start going through all kind of problems. Because I tried to cover it, and then I was like, okay, when you stop getting paid for stuff, then you just go find something else to talk about. Because we're here.
I think everybody's in survival mode, especially in the African American community. I think we should do whatever we need to survive. And you listen, at the end of the day, if we want to express ourselves, we can always build up a secret account, faceless, and go somewhere and just go ham on out there and just do what we want to do. That's all we got to do.
It's the biggest case right now that nobody can talk about. Candace will kind of talk about it, but they're going to pull her back too. Watch. You can't talk about it anymore. Crazy things started happening to your channel. Mm-hmm. And then I proved that. I was like, let me do this. So I did like a couple videos on that. I was like, ooh, pull back. Everything started clearing up. So it's very censored. United States, we don't realize we live in a censored country, but I know for a fact we do. When I am really doing a research on something, I have to call my nephew in England because I'm not going to get the same information off of TikTok that he gets.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? I'm going to drop down. But it was good talking to you. I haven't talked to you out in a long time. I'm just glad we got a chance to catch up.
Yeah.
It was good. But you know what? Hopefully you do one of these again. I'll call in and just check up on y'all. Have a good night.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
All right, brother.
So much. She's right. Just so much going on. Now, you can't even be a true blogger and not tell a story your way.
Yeah, well, that's true.
That's why I gotta come. I need something. I'm like losing my love for YouTube. I'm coming on less and less. I let you do it last night. It's just like, it's not the same. I used to love YouTube. So it's like when we used to could take calls and hear different opinions and stuff like that.
Right.
Because it should be, this Epstein case should be as big as the Diddy case. Everybody should be talking about it, but nobody's talking about it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I don't know. Let's see what the chat is saying. How do you guys even know? Josh! Hi, Josh! We miss you too. Oh, hi, Josh. I should have covered Karen Reed.
Josh was there. He stayed focused on it.
That Diddy trial turned into a horrible, horrible mess with the bloggers. They were, oh God, it was awful. Wasn't it awful?
Yep.
It was just awful. I noticed that, Shrell. Now I know why everyone is talking about Diddy. You have to. So what happens is they change their algorithm. They don't want you to talk about anything like a channel where you just talk about anything. So if you talk about one subject, they will push your channel. So I used to do housewives on one channel. I'll do housewives and then I'll come back and I'll talk about Remy Ma. And then I'll talk about Princess Diana. I mean, not Diana, pardon me. Meghan Markle. And this is all on the same channel. They don't like that anymore. They call it a niche. In other words, get to one subject and stick to it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I know, girl. It was a great trial.
Yeah. I used to get hooked sitting there for 4 or 5 hours just listening to it.
Because I lost my belief in the Diddy trial. So much nonsense was happening off the camera. I felt like I wanted to quit in the middle of the trial. And Perry's like, no, we got to keep going with it.
Yeah.
And it was just so much hatred between the chat. They were hating each other. If you had a different opinion, the bloggers were actually arguing with each other and going crazy. It was insane. And I thought, why didn't I stick with that Karen Reed case? I really believed in her innocence. I could have stood up for that. And, but it is what it is. No, I try not to watch her. Now, what is she saying? That's another thing too. Like, I just have to watch what I say about people these days, even if I know something different or, you know, you just gotta. She's on that E show, Botched. That's the show. Plastic Surgery Rewind, and it was filmed when Diddy was arrested, and they got her reaction. She probably was happy. So this is one thing, a problem I was having with the Diddy case. I better not. I don't want anything to do with that case anymore. You couldn't pay me to talk about it. It got so convoluted and just. What are your thoughts on it, Perry? Did we make the wrong decision? Shouldn't we have one with Karen Reed, something we believed in?
Well, yeah, but I thought that's what most of our people would have had more interest in. But I think when, people start taking it really personal and not, taking things, what you say, out of character or, just taking it somewhere else, I think that made it not worth it to me at the end of the day, And the other case, yeah, me, you, and Josh like the Karen Reed thing. Other people probably wouldn't have.
Really?
So, I mean, to sit there, well, yeah, I mean, that's my thought. I don't know for sure, but
so good.
I'm just glad we finished it and just sort of done with it, at this point, and move on to something else.
Char, I would have been all over the Epstein case, but we've got a slap on the wrist from YouTube. And so now we have to report. Listen, if you guys see me report stories and I don't tell you how I feel or I'm not passionate about, it's because I have to make a conscious effort to be neutral. Now you want to tell me how to do my show? Okay, we got to be neutral now. And what the hell does that mean anyway? Like, don't talk bad about anybody. How do you talk about anything? Somebody is always going to be wrong. Somebody's always going to be right.
Right. They want you to just say what happened and let the other people figure out what was right or wrong, but you can't have an opinion. I can't do that. Like, there's a lot of shows that people like. Look, it's weird. A lot of people like shows where people don't give their opinions. For me, I don't. It's like, well, why watch it if I'm not going to get verification that maybe my thinking was right or maybe my thinking was wrong if you just stand in the middle of the road?
Look, we got a slap on the wrist. We can't do it no more. I don't know why, but I feel this time next year, because of the orange god, life will not be the same. It's not the same now.
Hey, it's getting worse by the minute.
I've never had a slap on the wrist from YouTube because I'm not neutral. What? Huh? We have a new policy, and you have to make sure that you represent both sides. If you're or don't do it. That's what they basically said.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do it, you're not going to get paid.
Yeah.
And we were not that kind of channel, and I don't know. I don't like doing it no more. What you think, Perry?
Well, I mean, I still like doing it, but it's not the same because I like to laugh and just make fun of stuff. The cancel culture pretty much took that away. So now I get to find something other interesting. I mean, because I like just hanging out with people. It don't cost me nothing. I don't got to go down to the bar, nowhere. Just sit here and talk about a topic with people in the chat and interacting. You know what I'm saying? But I do miss the fun shows where we could just have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have a little nip or something and just keep going. But, yeah.
The Karen Reed trial has been the best trial. It was the best trial of the year. Is that why it seems like everything is Drake now on YouTube? I don't know. It's just changed, but they're saying we're about to head into hard times because we've been on here an hour. Because we're about to hit a recession. We're already in a recession. They mean that recession is going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get worse. We're already in a recession. YouTubers already make less money. I don't care if no one else told y'all. I'm going to tell you the truth. We all make less money. When you make less money, It's not. If you make less money, that means you still have to work, but you still have to work in a way that we don't like to work. I mean, how am I supposed to be neutral?
Yeah.
But we'll find out. We'll see how it goes. Yes, they are late for we've been in a recession, but it's going to get worse. I live in Vegas. I don't know if you guys been hearing about what's going on in Vegas. No one's coming to Vegas anymore. We used to have hundreds of thousands of people here on one street, the Strip. It was a city that never slept. And now, what do you think is going to happen to Vegas, Perry?
I don't know. I think eventually less people will come because they don't have the means to come, not that they don't want to. It's like when people start going broke, they cut out the fundamentals. Like girls who go and get their nails done, their hair did, they gonna be in the mirror doing that shit themselves. Or
we're about to have a bad recession.
Letting it go dirty or cleaning it themselves. I think they're gonna either have to eventually lower prices, but we know the standard. Pretty much when the price go up, it never really drops. So I don't know, but I just think here with all the big hotels, they got a lot of money invested in it. They gonna make sure it work. Maybe not for all the people. Some people might come more if there's less people. I don't know if they raise the rates, to make it more private. I don't know
what's coming to Vegas, you guys. There's no jobs here. No one's coming to Vegas. You pretty much have to have already had money, established money to live in Vegas. Don't think you're going to come here and try to make it. There's no jobs, but it's a glitzy city. You have to have money when you come. Nobody understands it. You have to have money when you come. Anyway, so I was just on here just to keep this channel monetized. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a reality TV show. I don't think there's any. Potomac, is that on?
No, I don't think Potomac's on yet.
You guys, what's this? Put in the chat really quick. Reality TV shows that you guys are watching, because I just do Netflix and.
Somebody be talking about some show, Love something. I don't know.
Love Island, that one Devin keep trying to get me to watch.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's about.
Is on. Is Gretchen back? I haven't did OC. Is Shannon still there? I love Shannon Bedore. She has a special place in my heart forever. She can't do anything to make me hate her. Miami's on. I never liked Miami. OC was boring. Yeah, Gretchen. I heard Gretchen's on. You never watched it.
No, I ain't got time for all that.
Here we go. This is the show everybody keeps talking about.
Is that it? Ready to Love?
Too. That's my name, Trina.
Ready to Love. Is it fun or is it? Well, I guess maybe people like it.
We can look at it and try. Because what else are we gonna talk about?
Yeah, we can talk about our day, how that went.
Beverly Hills is coming back soon. Beverly Hills. What did I hear about Beverly Hills? Well,
Garcelle left at the reunion, so I don't know. I mean, I guess we can go and see a lot of fakery.
Big Brother. So I haven't watched Big Brother. I watched it a couple times, and there's this guy on there named. He's Samoan. Kalua. It's a name that I know, though. Is it
I seen the first episode, and that was it.
Big Brother's good, but it's too intense. It comes on like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
But there was a time when I did do Big Brother, and there was a couple on there named Cody and Jessica. I was talking really nice about her. I think Cody and Jessica.
Somebody said Denise coming back to Beverly Hills.
Denise? Mm-hmm. You mean the one whose husband beat her up? Do you guys think Aaron really beat up Denise? Now that might be interesting. Do you guys think that Aaron beat up Denise? Are you still watching?
I'm gonna sort of have to say, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen him come out and deny it. Well, for her to say it, I mean, shit happens, and unless she ran into a wall. It was some picture with a big.
I've seen a picture. Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen a picture.
Oh, I mean,
Denise. Now I love Denise Richards. Me and Denise Richards went. She used to live in Oceans. I like Denise Richards. So let's see. I don't know. That would be interesting. Are they going to talk about what happened to her? Did Aaron really do that to you? We know Denise is a cheater, but with women, not with men. She didn't cheat with men, does she?
And
These
now let me
special
say,
forces will be good. Many reality stars and the NFL players. What?
but
What
we said she's filming though. Denise is filming, so
I hate that happened to Denise Richards. I really, really like Denise Richards. He was always creepy.
oh, talking about the husband.
You think Aaron's creepy?
Well, he was always cheating.
Oh my God, I can't. All right, y'all. So I don't know. This is my backup channel, supposed to do reality TV. I don't have a show right now that I'm watching. I would have covered Basketball Wives, but it's over. What other show? I'm gonna have to just start seeing what shows I can watch. What are you laughing at?
Josh messing with you or something. He said your favorite is back on Huntsville. Oh, your favorite is back on Huntsville. He think he funny.
Wait, who's my favorite on Huntsville?
No. He just saying your favorite show is back on. He being
I
funny.
should cover the show to drag the hell out of Carlos King.
No. Yeah.
But we're done. We're done with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got
I
time.
like the show. Listen, y'all. People don't understand that when you do a TV show, you put on for the camera sometimes. I like Martell. People hated me for that. That doesn't mean I hated Melody. But if you talk to him one-on-one, he's not bad. But everybody, oh, Mama June, that's so good.
Yeah.
I think it's off. Is it off, Josh? Now, Perry, you will love.
Well, I know, but see, like that kind of stuff, like I can see myself getting into it, then people are gonna get offended because of their pharmaceutical habits, or maybe a little heavy eating, or something like that.
You can't talk. Okay, if you're going to talk bad about Mama June.
No, I'm just saying. Like, how can I talk about something? So, oh yeah, they had a wonderful time. Did you see that ass?
Nick, I think K. Michelle is going to be added to the Housewives of Atlanta. What are they thinking? There's going to be a fight on the Real Housewives of Atlanta if they bring the K. Michelle. K. Michelle can get as many plastic surgery as she wants and talk as proper as she likes. She's from Memphis, and she always gonna be from Memphis. She gonna get in an argument with somebody. She gonna hit somebody. I'm calling it first. K. Michelle, who can sing. Now, let's not take that away from her, but she a little bit ghetto. Melody been left Love and Marriage Huntsville a long time ago.
So how's that show doing then? I mean, because like she was the main star of the show.
No, because he did everything you said he should do. I'm talking about Carlos King. Carlos King is. But anyway, like I said you need to show their real lives, Carlos. Stop asking Martell to be the bad guy for the season. See, they didn't know how orchestrated that was. Stop asking him to be the bad guy for the season. If he is dating Ariane in real life, bring that on the show. But stop having that same script over and over and over again. And now I'm pissed that he did it. Now that I don't talk to his punk ass, I cannot stand him. The show is boring as hell. Is it? I don't know. I just stopped liking it. It was orchestrated. Carlos has a way of doing that, like putting together storylines. That's why Candy still doesn't talk to him. Or what's her name? They need to bring Candy back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta so we can finish the storyline between her and Phaedra.
Phaedra, right.
I don't want to see these new people. What's that girl's name with the nose job?
Oh, talking about
They was calling her Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like all these new people, they should have never fired Kenya. Let's just bring back what works. Bring back Kenya, bring back Candy. Let Candy and Phaedra work this out. They're only mad at each other, you guys, because of Carlos King. And then let that come out in the show.
Yeah.
Say what happened. I told Phaedra this because I'm two-faced and backstabbing. Then she went and made it a storyline. And then when Andy Cohen said, what's going on? Who really did this? Carlos King let Phaedra take the fall. Tell the truth, and then the show won't be so boring. Let me see. Then I gotta go. You might want to look at this season because it's there now. You're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, first of all, they said that. So I got mad. Okay, so Love and Marriage Huntsville. I tried to review the show, even when the people got mad because I said something they didn't like. I don't remember what I said, but anyway, that was one thing. And then another thing was there was this girl on the show who passed away for a reason, and the producers knew what the reason was, and they hid the reason, and it was just unethical to me. Now, I still have a lot of blogger friends that cover that show, but when one of the people died, and I can't talk to family members. It's something that happened on that show that makes me want to not review that show anymore, and it had to do with somebody passing away, and they hid why she really passed away, and it's too much for me. So I don't think I'll ever go back to that, because then it went from just a TV show that I watched to knowing what really happened, hearing other people's pain. It was just a lot. So I don't think he ever talked about it. I think they just glossed over her death and kept going. Horrible. Okay. It's horrible.
They kept their foot on the gas.
Yeah, I won't be watching Huntsville ever again. It might have changed, but I'm scarred from Huntsville because of that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, so I don't even know when I can tell you I'll be back, because I don't know.
Something to talk about on it. I don't know what that be, but
I might just put videos on here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this channel, but it takes a lot to get a channel monetized. I still get paid for this channel. I don't want to lose that, but I don't know what to do with this channel. If I make what it was created for, reality TV, I don't know what to watch.
Reality show to talk about. So maybe what we can do too is just say this: if people got any ideas what to do with the channel, if you got a reality show, since it's called Sherelle's Reality TV,
oh, it sure is.
Right?
I gotta review something.
Throw it in the comments or something. But at this point, we're not sure what to do with it. For real.
No, maybe I'll do Beverly Hills.
Sherelle, Sandra said, "Let me find a story for us. Let Perry find a story for them."
Oh no. No. Perry be talking about all kind of stuff. I'll be like, huh?
And I got one too.
The dog and the trees, huh?
I'm just waiting on you to go out. When you gone, I can just jump on.
Last night, that story was painful. I just couldn't do it, but thank you.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I just like hanging out with people. Like,
I did forget the name of the show. How long have we not been on this channel, Perry? I forgot the name of the channel.
Yeah, well, it's been, maybe a couple months. Yeah, it's a shame.
We'll make this a backup channel where we just talk trash like we used to do my other channel, Sherelle's Way, until it just got out of hand. You want to make this the trash channel?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe just the getaway channel or something. We will do something, but
well, we just talk trash like we did on my other. So we had this channel called Sherelle's Way, and we would just go on there and talk about whatever we want to talk about. And somehow we started letting people come on to the event, and then it became the arguing channel. There were different bloggers coming on there arguing with each other. It was me arguing. It was a mess.
Listen to what I said, B. Oh, whoa.
But the one thing is when my friend came on the show, Jarita, when he broke her jaw.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, maybe we'll just come on here once a week and talk shit. And then so don't be surprised if you see Sherelle's Shit Show, SHYT, show.
Mhm.
I'm not sure.
What is it? Is it Sherelle's reality? No, Sherelle's reality world.
I don't know what the name of this channel is.
Or damn, Sherelle's world reality. I don't know. It's something like that. I don't forgot.
I don't know the name of the show. Yeah, the channel.
Yeah.
But I might change it to Real Shit Show, and we'll do like last time. Just come on here, just talk, and then it went. You guys, that channel went crazy. First of all, I didn't care about how many subscribers I got on that channel because I just didn't. But it blew up so fast. We came on here after hours, and we just talked. And then how did it start turning into beefs? It just...
Well, because we opened it up for everybody to come on, and we had a problem one day, and we was laughing. Somebody came in, then we started having words back and forth in the chat. Come on up then. And things just got worse. And then other people who could have had problems with that person, they'll start coming on, saying their piece, and then the other people just kept coming back and forth.
Y'all missed. It was a crazy show. And if I do that, this channel will be up a month. There
you go, Sherelle. Char J gave us the name. It's Sherelle's reality world. I knew it was something.
Char, you called her Tarjay. Sherelle's reality world. Yeah, that's the name of it. I forgot all about it. I gotta try to get back in the... What if I just do what I watch? What do I watch?
You be watching.
What do I watch?
Documentaries and all kind of crazy stuff. Huh? But nobody, I mean, like, how do you talk about something nobody else watched, though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's take it home. Perry, was that one that was at working watching your... Oh, you mean that video yesterday? I didn't like that video. He told me I didn't have to do it, so I didn't like that video. The girl's sister had a baby by her baby daddy. That's terrible.
Don't get it. Yeah, I mean, it was too exciting for you.
No, it was too...
Like, no, it's like the thing that you are, let's reality TV, this fake ass shit or whatever. Look, this is real. Now, and people can go back and say, well, do you believe her? You know what? She showed too much emotion for me not to believe her. And if it didn't happen in her house, it happens in somebody's house. It's just crazy. And yeah, her language wasn't the best, especially all the cursing. But what else she's supposed to do?
I don't know. Thank you, Perry. I'm really getting tired of YouTube. I need a break. So thank you. So you guys might not see me as much on reality TV. I just need a break. I've been doing this 7 years, and I'm just tired. So I don't come on as much. I don't feel like arguing. I still got a lot going on in my personal life. So I'm not liking YouTube like that, but Perry still likes it. He likes to find stories to trip you guys out. That's what I think you get out of it now. Because you got one girl to off the nephew, her children's kids. Like, I don't know what Perry be talking about. Like, he just puts stories out there.
But no, like, this is the thing. If I feel like, for me, if I'm just strolling through, just looking at stuff, trying to get away from reality and everything.
Girl unalived her niece and nephew and put them in the trunk of the car.
If I see something like, damn, that was crazy, then I think somebody else might want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not?
All right, you guys, we don't know when we're coming back, but thank you for showing up. We don't know what we're going to talk about next. I might make it the Sherelle's shit show.
And as far as my channel, I will try to do something at least every Saturday. And, you know, because right now, you know, we got some busy stuff going on.
We do.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for watching. We appreciate y'all. Hopefully this will be a Sherelle shit show. I don't even think we'll get anybody to come up anymore because it got so crazy last time.
Yeah.
You think anybody will do it?
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know.
But thank you guys. And we'll see you on Perry's channel tomorrow. He's got some more crazy shit he gonna talk about tomorrow. We were supposed to do it today. I just couldn't do it today. But we'll do it tomorrow. About some kids got in a fight. It was crazy.
Yeah,
anyway.
that was pretty good.
Bye, y'all.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh, no, you didn't.
This shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me.